Funny story, when I asked you guys if you wanted to see Surface Go 2 coverage, you said yeah, and then I had ordered the Pentium version, but then people were like, order the M3 version, which is like the new hardware configuration. So I tried to cancel my Pentium order, but like for some reason I couldn't cancel my pre-order, so both arrived today and I have them right here in front of me. So yeah, we're going to be unboxing at least one of these today. I'm going to be giving you my first impressions, and I'm also going to be quickly comparing the Surface Go 2, just the overall tablet, very briefly with the iPad Air and the iPad 10.2 inch to sort of preface my future iPad versus Surface comparisons. And also, since I have both the Pentium version and the M3 version, I will be doing some sort of hardware performance test between the two to help you decide, which hardware variant is worth it and, powerful enough for your needs. But before we continue with things here, I'd really appreciate it if you leave a like on this video, comment if you have any questions, suggestions, or opinions, as the YouTube algorithm likes that and will help push my content to more people. And if you are a recurring viewer, go ahead and click the bell icon and turn on all notifications. It does help the channel out a lot. Okay, even though I have both the Pentium and the M3 models here, tell me, just from the front of the boxes, can you tell me which one is which? You probably couldn't if you didn't see the label on the back here that was just, visible. And if I was to, switch them up and, take them off camera, could you tell? Did I switch them up? Honestly, I forgot which one is which now. Is this the M3 model? No, this is the Pentium model. So, for all intents and purposes, these tablets are the same with the exception of their internal hardware. One of them is obviously more powerful and corresponds with a more expensive iPad. So I think I'll be unboxing the M3 variant. This is the Pentium model. So yeah, I'll unbox this first. But of course, I will be testing both models and, comparing them once again to their corresponding iPads. And also, I have the signature type cover here as well that I will unbox as this tablet is being set up. So let's get to the back here. I'll start slicing the plastic. As you can see, we have an 8th gen Core M3, 128 gigs of storage, 8 gigs of RAM. Get this plastic off. Okay. And here is the Surface Go 2. Once again, this is going to look the same with the Pentium model. The internals are the only thing that will look different. I unboxed the Surface Pro 7 a couple months ago. I'm getting major deja vu here, except this is smaller. Let's just put this off to the side real quick and look what's in the box. We have some paperwork, or literature as Detroit Borg calls it. I'm not even gonna bother with this. And then we have the charger, and it connects to your Surface Go with the Surface connector, this thing right here, so that's convenient. So it spares you from using the USB Type-C port, which is on here, I believe. Yep, there it is. We also get a headphone jack, so that's interesting. So yeah, a fairly simple unboxing, not unlike an iPad. So yeah, this is smaller once again compared to the Surface Pro 7. I love the magnesium finish on here. It feels high quality and also lightweight, so not as heavy as aluminum or stainless steel, obviously. And then you have a little connector port on the bottom for the keyboard, which I have, as you know. Once again, we got the ports on the side, very minimal setup, and I'm super happy that there is a headphone jack. I missed that with my iPad Pros, for example. And then we have the Surface connector right here. And of course, the legendary kickstand, which comes out and allows you to prop up your Surface in a number of different viewing angles, including a really steep or shallow one, which is great for drawing. And for anybody concerned, I have a Surface Pen. I bought it with my Surface Laptop 3, which I should be comparing to my MacBook Air 2020 at some point, so stay tuned for that. But yeah, let's turn this bad boy on here. I'm gonna put the kickstand down and it pinched me. So where's the power button? Oh, here it is. So let's turn this on, and while this is turning on, I'm going to unbox the signature type cover. And I did so very elegantly, as you can see here. Let's put the packaging off to the side, and here it is. I know it's like soft touch, like Alcantara or whatever they call it. Let's connect this. There we go, super satisfying. I can prop this up like a proper Surface device, and there you go. We're in business. I'm ready to get to work here. Okay, I'm gonna spare you the boring setup process, so I will be right back. Okay, so here we have full-fledged Windows on this tablet. I'm super excited to put it to use and run programs like Photoshop and Microsoft Office and maybe Premiere on both of my hardware variants. Again, I have the M3 model here set up, and I have a Pentium model over here unboxed that you can't see off camera that I will be comparing to the cheaper $329 iPad 10.2 inch. But yeah, this M3 model particularly is going to compete more with maybe like a last gen iPad Pro and more so the new or the newest gen iPad Air. I have it right here. Actually, I have the iPad Air 3. And I can compare the designs really quick here. This only comes in like this gray color. As far as I know, that was the only thing I could pick on the Microsoft website. But this, of course, comes in gold and space gray and silver. And this is thinner too, as you can see here, made out of aluminum as well. So this might even be a bit heavier feeling, I think. Both are fairly light, I have to say. Maybe they're the same weight. It's just the thickness that is a bit deceiving. Actually, now that I mention it, I think that the Surface is a bit heavier. But of course, I will get into depth on this in like a full comparison video. And look, they already got something in common, the headphone jack here. But of course, in terms of just the I/O, iPad Air is restricted to the pretty old Lightning port from 2012, whereas we got USB Type-C on this Surface Go. So having that port is definitely an advantage. And here we have the Microsoft Whiteboard app, which is very similar, I guess, in function to the Apple Notes app with the Apple Pencil. One difference is, of course, you can use the eraser on the back of the Microsoft Pen to erase, without having to, engage anything or tap anything. So that's pretty nice. And I can open up Word here, maybe full-fledged Word, create a new document. And I can attach the keyboard accessory so I can type easy. Here I am typing away with this type cover that I have here. I already love the soft touch finish and the color, and the keys themselves feel very nice. It's very similar to the Logitech Combo Touch, which I have right over here, by the way. I can move this over and bring in my 10.2 inch iPad, which is a very similar size to the M3 and the Pentium Surface Go 2s that I have here. So I can't wait to compare these, to be honest with you. I think this will be a great video comparing the functionality that you get with both, what's different, what's the same between these two. But as you can see, they both have trackpads, they both have similarly sized keys and function rows. I won't say too much, but I'm really excited to compare these two for sure. I'll close this back up though. Oh, and check this out. The Surface Pen attaches right to the side of your Go 2, just like it would with the Pro 7 or the Pro 6. And then of course there is some sort of tablet mode that you can go into, which takes away the desktop and gives you this sort of Windows 8 look and feel. So I can open up Microsoft Edge, for example. And while we're in here, let's go on YouTube and just test out the speakers with some copyright-free music maybe. So Eternal. Okay, so definitely not the loudest setup I've ever heard, but it sounds pretty balanced and decent, like with some bass and mids and highs. Of course, I will touch on this more later. So this has been my unboxing and initial impressions of the Surface Go 2. Of course, I will be testing out both of the hardware variants, the Pentium model and the M3 model, to compare to the likes of iPad 10.2 inch, which I have right here. Look, they're even the same color and a very similar size. So that should be a great video. And then of course, I will be comparing the M3 model to the iPad Air, which is more expensive like that variant. And that about wraps things up here. I hope this video helped you out. I'm super excited to test these in my daily life and of course compare them to other iPad models. I'm also going to be covering the Tab S6 Lite, and I'm really thinking about purchasing or repurchasing the Tab S6 and the Surface Pro 7. So let me know what you think about that. I want to do some more tablet comparisons and some more laptop comparisons on this channel as well. I'd really appreciate it once again if you leave a like on this video, comment if you have any questions, suggestions, or opinions, and of course subscribe for more content like this. And no worries, I'm still choosing the 2 winners of my iPhone SE giveaway, so stay tuned for the results. And as always, I'm Noah, and I will catch you all in the next one.